The Colossus of Rhodes, the giant that became a legend. Imagine sailing across the brilliant blue waters of the Aegean Sea over 2,000 years ago. As your ship approaches the Greek island of Rhodes, something extraordinary rises above the horizon. A colossal bronze giant towering over the city. Its gleaming surface catches the Mediterranean sun, visible from miles away. To ancient sailors, it was a symbol of power, freedom, and human achievement. To history, it would become one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. This was the Colossus of Rhodes, a monument so legendary that even after its destruction, its story continued to inspire civilizations for more than 2,000 years. But how did the people of Rhodes build one of the tallest statues of the ancient world? Why was it created? And what really happened to this legendary giant? Today, we uncover the incredible story of the Colossus of Rhodes, a city under siege. Our story begins in 305 BCE. Alexander the Great had recently died, leaving behind one of the largest empires the world had ever known. Almost immediately, his generals began fighting one another for control. The island city of Rhodes found itself caught in the middle. Rhodes had become one of the Mediterranean's wealthiest trading powers. Its harbors welcomed merchants from Egypt, Greece, Asia Minor, and beyond. Its navy protected important trade routes across the sea. One rival king, Demetrius Poliorcetes, whose nickname meant the besieger of cities, decided Rhodes needed to submit to his rule. He assembled an enormous army, tens of thousands of soldiers, hundreds of warships, and some of the largest siege machines ever constructed. The fate of Rhodes hung in the balance, the siege that changed history. For nearly a year, Demetrius attacked the city from land and sea. His engineers built gigantic siege towers taller than city walls. The largest, known as Helepolis, stood nearly 130 feet high and rolled on enormous wheels. It was one of the greatest military machines of the ancient world. But people of Rhodes refused to surrender. They fought with remarkable determination. Eventually, Demetrius abandoned the siege, leaving behind his massive weapons and equipment. The city had survived. It was an astonishing victory against overwhelming odds. Instead of simply celebrating, the people decided to create something that would tell the entire world what had happened. A monument unlike anything ever seen before. Building a wonder. The Rhodians sold the abandoned siege equipment for an enormous fortune. With that money, they commissioned a statue honoring Helios, the Greek god of the sun and the city's divine protector. The artist chosen for this extraordinary task was Chares of Lindos, a renowned sculptor. Construction began around 292 BCE. Building a statue over 100 feet tall was unlike anything attempted before. Engineers first created a massive stone foundation. An internal framework of iron beams supported the structure. Bronze plates were carefully attached to the frame, forming the giant's outer surface. As the statue grew taller, workers built massive earthen ramps around it. Standing on these temporary hillsides, they installed each new section of bronze before removing the earth once construction was complete. For 12 years, the giant slowly rose above the city. When it was finally finished around 280 BCE, the world had never seen anything like it. What did the Colossus really look like? One of history's greatest mysteries is the statue's appearance. Many people imagine the Colossus standing with one foot on each side of Rhodes Harbor while ships sailed beneath its legs. It's an unforgettable image, but historians believe it almost certainly never existed. The harbor entrance was too wide. Construction would have blocked the city's busiest port for years, and the engineering required would have been nearly impossible for the time. Instead, most experts believe the Colossus stood on a nearby hill overlooking the harbor. From there, Helios gazed proudly across the sea. The statue likely held a spear or raised a torch, perhaps a flowing cloak draped from his shoulders. His head may have been crowned with rays of sunlight, symbolizing the sun god himself. Standing over 100 feet tall, it rivaled the height of today's 10-story buildings. For ancient visitors, it must have seemed almost alive. The giant falls. Remarkably, the Colossus stood for only 54 years. Around 226 BCE, a devastating earthquake struck Rhodes. Buildings collapsed, walls crumbled, and the giant bronze statue snapped at its knees before crashing to the ground. The destruction shocked the ancient world. Egypt's ruler, Ptolemy III, even offered to pay for rebuilding the monument, but the people of Rhodes declined. According to ancient accounts, an oracle warned that rebuilding the statue would offend the gods. So the Colossus remained exactly where it had fallen. Even in ruin, it inspired awe. For nearly 800 years, travelers journeyed to Rhodes simply to see its remains. Even lying on the ground, the Colossus inspired amazement. Ancient writers described visitors unable to wrap both arms around a single finger. Massive bronze limbs stretched across the landscape. Its fallen head dwarfed nearby people. The ruins themselves became one of the greatest tourist attractions of the ancient world. Centuries later, during the 7th century, invading forces reportedly dismantled the remaining bronze and sold it as scrap metal. The physical wonder disappeared forever, but its legend only grew stronger. The legacy of the Colossus. Although the Colossus no longer stands, its influence can still be seen around the world. Many historians believe it inspired later monumental sculptures, including the Statue of Liberty, whose towering figure rising above a harbor echoes the same powerful symbolism. The Colossus represented more than an artistic achievement. It stood for resilience, freedom, and the determination of an entire city that refused to surrender. Today, no fragments have ever been conclusively identified. Its exact appearance remains a mystery. Its precise location is still debated. Yet perhaps that uncertainty is part of what makes the Colossus so captivating. Unlike many ancient monuments that still dominate the landscape, this wonder survives almost entirely through imagination. Its bronze has vanished, its foundations remain hidden, but its story continues to stand tall. More than 2,000 years later, the Colossus of Rhodes reminds us that greatness is not measured only by what survives, but by the legacy it leaves behind. Thank you for joining us on another expedition through the ancient world. If you enjoyed this journey, be sure to subscribe to Ancient Atlas Expeditions for more cinematic explorations of history's greatest wonders, lost cities, and legendary civilizations. Until next time, keep exploring.